Hi everyone, my name is Lo Hai Lun from UCSI University, a Year 3 student from Bachelor of Quantity Surveying. Today, I'm going to talk about my research with title of Implementation of Industrialized Building System IBS in Malaysia and Insight from Construction Developers in Selangor. Firstly, I'm going to discuss on the introduction. The construction industry is identified as one of the most important pillars for a country's economic growth, and it is widely acknowledged for its vital economic role for a country. Hence, it is undeniable that the construction industry had contributed significantly to the gross domestic product of a country. Years by years, the world urban population had been identified to grow rapidly. Therefore, the expanding population worldwide had a massive impact to impose pressure on the issue of housing and existing infrastructure shortage. It is identified that Japan, Sweden, and Iran face the challenge of housing shortage because of expanding population in several reports. Hence, the conventional method of construction is not efficient to achieve the expanding demands for building. Therefore, the rapid execution of construction had transformed as a fundamental principle that had been taken into consideration into construction industry worldwide. In order to achieve this, a new and advanced technology, which is the industrialized building system, had been introduced to the construction industry to provide a rapid solution for construction works as it involves prefabrication of components off-site. In fact, there are many studies identified that there are still some countries with low adoption rate of IBS in their country, especially for Asian countries including Malaysia. Actually, some of the European developed countries such as Finland, Denmark, and England had successfully implemented IBS for decades. Now I'm going to talk about the facts and figures. Based on a statistic from the Construction Industry Development Board, CIDB, the adoption rate of IBS for private sector only contribute to 35% at the year of 2020, which does not fulfill the target of 50% adoption rate. For now, I'm going to continue the presentation with research aim and objectives. The research aim for this research is to enhance the knowledge on the implementation of IBS among construction developers in Selangor. As for the research objective, the first objective is to determine the benefits of IBS implementation among construction developers in Selangor, while the second objective is to investigate the barriers of IBS implementation among construction developers in Selangor. And lastly, the third objective is to propose the strategies in the IBS implementation among construction developers in Selangor. Now, I'm going to talk about the problem statement for this research. Nowadays, the construction industry is undergoing a significant change to improve conventional technology to more mechanized modern technology. Hence, the industrialized building system have been introduced to the construction industry in Malaysia for enhancing the construction work. However, several studies had identified that the construction stakeholders are still unaware of the advantages of IBS. They tend to have negative perceptions of IBS, and this is considered as one of the largest barriers of the implementation for IBS. In order to cope with this scenario, strategies shall be proposed to enhance the adoption rate. For the strategies, it requires tremendous efforts from the authority, such as the government and agency, such as the CIDB. Hence, the benefits, barriers, and strategy for IBS shall be identified to understand what are the circumstances that limit the adoption rate and what are the ways that can be proposed to tackle the issues and improve it. Now I'm going to talk about the research methodology. In this research, the research methodology method used is the quantitative method, whereby the data are collected via responses of questionnaire surveys distributed. With the proposed research methodology method, the responses are collected to support the content and facts of the study. As for the population and sampling, the targeted respondents for this research are clients or developers that have been registered as members under the Real Estate and Housing Developers Association, REDA. According to REDA, there are around 300 construction firms, especially the developer companies, registered as ordinary members of the association. According to the Kresge and Morgan table, there is 169 respondents out of 300 respondents are required for completing this study. While the responses collected from the questionnaire surveys would then be processed in the SPSS software for data analysis. In conclusion, IBS is a construction method whereby the components are manufactured in an off-site industry and installation are done on site with minimal site works required. In order to boost the adoption rate of IBS in Malaysia, several initiatives shall be taken into consideration, and each shall be started with the awareness on the benefits, barriers, and strategies. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.